Well, it was sayonara and see you for the man they think ought to be the next president on Mount Rushmore, Joe Biden. But in reality, it was goodbye, good riddance. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Bye, Joe.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty, and welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That will give you a notification of my rants, my ravings, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. It's the only way that we get the word out that we're here. Welcome to the Afternoon Drive. Ronald Reagan once described Democratic conventions as masquerade balls. Boy, he was more right than he was wrong. Because basically what he said, a Democrat convention is they put all their crazies away and they try to convince you that they are the party for the working man, that they are the party for the every American, and that they have the reasonable ideas and solutions for America. The only issue is now the Democrats seem to be proud of their crazies, and they seem to launch them and promote them. On a night that was supposed to be all about Joe Biden, they let the old guy finally speak at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Way past his bedtime, number one, and way past prime time of anybody actually staying up and watching it. They had all these speeches beforehand. Nobody stuck to their time constraints. You know, AOC up there doing her thing about Donald Trump being a union buster, whatever it was that she was accusing him of. You know, they had to bring that old fossil, that hag, Hillary Rodham Clinton out of hibernation. And, you know, she cracked the glass ceiling for Kamala Harris to punch through, you know, trying to do the whole Trump fight thing after the guy was literally shot. The Democrats who hated walls when Donald Trump was in office, and walls don't work and they don't keep people out. It just gives them more determination to come in. Yet they have built walls around the United Center so that the other real crazo Dems, you know, the ones, you know, chanting death to America and pro-Palestine, you know, literally blocks away the wall's start. It's incredible. But they're doing their best to cover what's going on outside just enough to detract from the crazos that are happening inside, yet trying to make this about the coronation, you know, the blackpilling of Camilla thinks she's a hottie Harris, right down to her and Tim and the rest of the campaign, you know, stopping at a Wawa gas station and getting her go-to snack, Doritos. What's interesting is they kicked everybody out of the gas station before they got there. You know, security kicked everybody out. Didn't want anybody, you know, America to see that there are people who don't like Kamala and that there really is not this groundswell of support for her. Her little campaign rally in North Carolina, when she didn't have, you know, celebrities there to draw in the crowd, she had 109 people. There was like 300 people in the venue. Over 200 of them were press. She had 109 supporters that came out for it in North Carolina to hear her roll out her great economic plan, which is basically, we're going to go after price gauging. Wait, what? Oh, price gouging? Yeah, that's not the reason we have inflation, Kamala. But, you know, that would be too advanced to try to explain that kind of math to her. It is what it is. But they're trying to portray this, it's all about unity. It's all about unity. You know, Joe Biden is ripped that he's not the candidate. He's ripped that Nancy Botox Pelosi and his so-called friends knifed him in the back. He hasn't even spoken to Nancy Pelosi. And so now we're getting this charade, this show. Kamala today said she won't do the Fox debate. Surprise, surprise. Not really. We knew she wouldn't. She's going to try to do that one debate with Trump. I think he will mop the floor up with her. They're trying to hide her, not letting her speak extemporaneously or without a teleprompter. And it's just, they're hoping that the average American doesn't figure out what she is by Election Day. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. I mean, but the DNC, a lot of people, even Democrats, say it was boring. And the Republican convention, it was great. It was fun. It was up. It was oomph. Everything went off on time. I mean, it was well disciplined. And yet, the Democrats have all those people from Hollywood that are part of their enclave. You would have thought they would have gotten a TV producer to produce their event for them. I know it's Steven Spielberg, but it's like a really long, boring Martin Scorsese movie. That's really what this has turned into. And, you know, the guy they say they love that they knifed in the back, Joe Biden, they brought him on at 11:30. And, of course, you know, he yelled the whole time and all about, you know, Trump said there's good people on both sides when it comes to white supremacy. It's not what he said. It's been fact-checked. Even Snopes.com said Trump never said that. That's misleading. No, it's a lie. But, you know, you can't teach an old dementia dog new tricks. So that's Joe, and now he rides off into the sunset, and we will never hear from him again. That's it, done. But the Clintons, well, they're like vampires. They don't die, apparently even in sunlight and with a stake through their heart. The only thing last night to me was a reminder of that both Clinton and Biden, Trump beat you both. He beat you so bad, Joe, you couldn't even finish the campaign. That's how bad you got beat. Jesse Waters from Fox News, and I don't watch a lot of that anymore, but seeing as how my home internet is down day number 2, thank you, Cox Internet, but they're working on it. I was forced to actually look at that old antique called television, and caught a couple minutes of Jesse Waters, who had a great monologue, actually, about the whole thing with the DNC and Kamala. It's fake. The unity is fake. The joy is fake. That the whole thing is fake. Here's Jesse Waters.
Fox News alert. Prime time's in Chicago for the first night of the Democratic National Convention. And very soon, we'll be hearing from the two people who Trump knocked out of the race, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden. This was supposed to be Joe Biden's big week. A month ago, he was shopping for new aviators, getting Botox, and booking hotels for Hunter. Now Biden's not even staying the night. After his speech, Biden's flying straight to California for a week-long vacation. He's going to watch the convention from his couch like everybody else. If the party was unified, as they say they are, and Biden stepped down for the greater good of the country, as he said he did, and the last 4 years were worthy of Mount Rushmore, he'd be holding court in Chicago all week, soaking up the love, holding fundraisers for Harris. Hillary threw Bill a birthday party this afternoon. Biden didn't even show up. The truth is this. The Democrats don't want Biden anywhere near this convention. He's toxic. And they don't want him standing on stage with Kamala. That's not going to help her at all. And Biden doesn't even want to be here. He's humiliated. And they're isolating him like he has the Rona. Trump was shot in the head 48 hours before the RNC, and he showed up every day with a bandage on his ear. Biden was stabbed in the back, forced to speak on Monday night as far away from Kamala as possible, and now he's evacuating quicker than Afghanistan. Biden hates Barack. Michelle hates Biden. Biden hates Pelosi, and the Clintons hate them all. It's so fake. They're going to shower Biden with love before they tell him to hit the showers.
Tonight will be a night that we can really celebrate Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is the guy that we need to celebrate tonight. And I think tonight will be a lot of fun because there's going to be a lot of love in this arena behind me for Joe Biden.
It's deep gratitude that we're all going to show because under Joe Biden's leadership, our children will feed their families with jobs he created. They'll drive on roads that he built.
We are going to blow the roof off of the United Center in terms of the praise for Joe Biden. You all know this. I love Joe Biden.
They don't love Biden. They love that he left. The speech, the second it's over, you're going to hear a sigh of relief. It's like when you're with your girlfriend and you see your ex and you're forced to be nice and normal until she leaves and then you need a drink. That's the Chicago Convention Center. And don't buy the joy around Kamala either. They could have replaced Biden with anybody and the Democrats would have celebrated. Pete Buttigieg is your nominee. Yay, he shatters. Gretchen Whitmer. Woohoo, big Gretch, let's go. Democrats just fill in the blank. Party's not about new ideas and listening to voters. This party's about power. How to grab it, how to cling to it. Democrats released their party platform for 2024. They didn't even bother to proofread it. Biden's second term is mentioned 19 times. They threw him out so fast, they don't even care whose second term it is. The Obamas will run it anyway. If you want to know where Democrats' priorities are, just read the first page of the document. They apologize to indigenous people for holding the convention on stolen land. They're sorry, but they're staying. That makes this theme, this week's DNC, stolen land, stolen valor, and stolen nomination. Nancy Pelosi, the ringleader of the coup, says they didn't steal anything.
You know, there are some critics who say that this was a coup. They say that Kamala Harris didn't get any votes in the primary, even though she was on the ticket. She wasn't the head of the ticket, and that it's anti-democratic for this to happen. What do you say to those critics?
Well, I think that that's stupid. I think it's really stupid.
Why is that?
Yeah, that's really stupid. He decides not to run. She puts her name out there. Anybody else could have put their name out there, too. They didn't. The president endorsed her. That was a big boost, of course. But the word coup, unless they don't know what that word means, it's really a dumb statement for them to make.
Are we never going to hear from Joe Biden again? Is he going to stay in California for the rest of his term and throw rocks through Nancy's windows?
Oh, listen, nobody wants to have a fight with Nancy Pelosi at this time because we're a united party and we're going to be moving forward.
The Democrats are like, Nancy, we don't want any trouble. Just put the knife down. Joe Biden was asked about the coup today. He said he couldn't hear.
Donald Trump claims that you were pushed out in a coup and a takeover of your party with Harris now at the top. What's your response to that?
I'm having trouble hearing.
Donald Trump claims that you were pushed out, put from the top of the ticket, and this amounts to a coup from your party. What do you make of those claims?
Stability is still a question.
His what?
Biden couldn't hear because it was a silent coup. Biden's friends tell Axios the president is still stunned and pissed about the way he was pushed out of his re-election race. He's not being fooled by the patronizing praise by public officials who were just knifing him just last month. Even Biden knows he doesn't belong on Mount Rushmore. It's gotten so bad, Biden world and Obama world are almost coming to blows. Axios reports that one of Obama's top White House officials ran into one of Biden's Morning Joe hosts. Isn't it great that the effing guy finally figured out he had to quit? The Morning Joe guy responded, "What guy?" "Joe Biden," Obama's official said. The Morning Joe guy shot back, "You know something? F you and F all your friends with their anonymous quotes in the papers." Biden apparently got a huge laugh when he heard about it. Biden's inner circle is astonished at how quickly the media that forced him out turned Kamala into a glamorous star. Biden and his aides always felt that Harris wasn't up to beating Trump and she wasn't ready for prime time. They had doubts about her governing chops and reliability. Biden's right-hand man told the New York Times they wanted Kamala to be successful, but couldn't find the path to do it. This might be the only thing the Bidens and Obamas agree on. Kamala doesn't have what it takes.
This is still a very competitive race. If the election were today, I'm not sure who would win. And I think it may well be President Trump because it's an electoral college fight.
So if the Bidens and the Obamas don't think Kamala can win, what do the voters think? Don Lemon has been going to blue cities asking about Kamala. Here he is in Cincinnati.
Cleveland is lit. How y'all feeling about the election?
Kamala Harris all day long.
I'm going for Trump.
I'm excited for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. I think Trump's going to win.
I feel like it's leaning towards Trump for sure.
Trump or Kamala Harris?
Donald Trump.
I don't vote.
I have to go Trump, man. I have to. Yeah, Trump. I got to go Trump.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
I'm running for Trump, so
I'm supporting Trump.
Kamala is doing a great job.
Kamala. But I'm probably not going to vote.
It's like they just pushed her in.
Now I vote more for what fits me better as a person rather than voting for the black person.
I would vote for Trump. Gas wasn't this high when Trump was our president. Food wasn't this high. I'm going for Trump.
Don Lemon got fired and turned to DeJohnny, which works for me. I'll play his interviews and we don't have to pay him. And if half of Cincinnati's for Trump, it's a landslide.